So listen here. I have 10 listed checkmates you really absolutely positively have to know to make sure that you don't lose when you should win, you don't draw when you should win, and you don't give up when you should win. So after this video, you'll learn how to do this 10 very important checkmates to win the games, not draw them and not lose them, just don't give up. So let's get into it. So the first example is this one. So black takes your queen. Oh no! If you don't know the checkmate pattern, you're gonna say, oh no, I lost my queen, I resign, I give up. But don't do it, don't do it. So you have a checkmate in 2 moves. And really, you're probably saying, what, really? Yeah, you do. Rook d8 check. The king cannot move because it's a back rank check. So they can't move because the pawns are in the way. So they have to block with the queen, and you take that queen, and this is checkmate. There's no way to have this king escape the check, and you win the game. It's as simple as that. This is called a back rank checkmate. So this next checkmate is a really cheesy one. A lot of kids like to use it to just have a quick win playing against non-experienced players, and I want to teach you how to play with it and against it. So let's get into it. So this is called a scholar's mate checkmate. So e4, e5, bishop c4, knight c6, everything is natural, but now queen h5, and a lot of people that are not cognizant of the threat, they're going to play knight f6, oh, attacking your queen, and you have to do something about it. Well, they're going to say, oh, I'm going to do something about it, I'll just checkmate your king, and f7, with a bishop guarding that queen, the game is over, and you lost if you're black. So how you got this one is that after they play queen e7, you can play g6, attacking the queen, or you can play queen e7. And this is only one move dose to protect yourself from having this classmate come against you. So this is a really important thing to know. So this one is probably my most favorite checkmate pattern of all time. So this one's called a Smothered Checkmate. How it goes is that you sacrifice your queen in order to checkmate the king. So I'll show you what I mean. So the move is queen b3. You're down a rook, mind you. So the rook for black is an actual rook for nothing, pretty much. So you want to checkmate the king really fast and not have him have time to beat you. So queen b3 is attacking the king with a check. So they have 2 moves, king f8 or king h8. So if they go king f8, there's queen f7 checkmate with knights blocking and protecting the queen. So they don't do that. They go actually king h8. Now we go knight f7 check. The king has to only move this way. There's no way to block a knight check. So they go back, and then we go knight a6 double check. A check this way and this way. So double checks saying that the king has to move. There's no blocking double checks. So they can go there and get checkmated by the queen again out of 7, or they go to h8. So they go h8. We have this clever, beautiful looking move, queen g8 check. The rook takes the queen, of course, and now we do what's called the Smothered Mate move, which is knight f7, the game is over. So notice that there's a bunch of pieces around the king, and you think that this king is safe, but the knight is sweeping over all the pieces and jumping and just have a check the king, and the king cannot move, and the game is over. So the next one is called pawn checkmate. So if you don't know this checkmate pattern, you're gonna say, oh, black is gonna be queening in 2 moves, and I can't stop it, I resign, I give up. Don't do that. So you have a really clever trick. So if you go d5, they go 2, d6, they queen, but it doesn't matter. The cool part is you do this checkmate move, d7 checkmate. There's no way to move the king because the pawns are coming there and there, and the king is coming there. The pawn is a little piece to checkmate the king, and the game is over, and you win as white. So this one is dedicated for the absolute beginners of chess. So this one, a lot of players are like, oh, I don't remember how to checkmate the king with the queen. So they just delve around deeply, just move the queen forever and ever, and just don't checkmate the king. It's like, help! But there's a really simple technique to use the king and queen together to checkmate the black king. So the most easy method I recommend is the queen going to knight to move away. So queen c4, right this position. So knight to move away. So if they go right, you go right. If they go up to the left, you go up to the left. Still remain this knight to move away. So if they go up and right again, you go up to the right again. So maintain the knight to move away. So they go right, we go right. If they go up left, we go up left. If they go right, we go right. And if they go right, so this part you absolutely have to know. If you go this way, your opponent's going to be having his hands fly out and a smile on his face and saying, good game, as try. And you're probably in dismay, you're going to say, oh, no, I should win. But yeah, you just too late because the king is stalemate. It's a tie in chess. So to avoid that, you have to use your king. To do that, just simply move over the king. So king c2, they have to go only one square. There's only one square available, g8. This one, king e3, back, king e4, back, king f5, back, king g6, back, and well, we have 2 checkmates, queen e8 and queen g7. So queen g7 is checkmate. There's no way to move the king out of the check, and the game is over with the king's help to help protect the queen. So this position is looking dire. So you're understanding saying, okay, I'm down a bishop, I'm down a rook, I'm just having a checkmate problems in the back rank. I'm resigning. So no, don't do that. So there's a certain type of checkmate that wins the day for you in 2 moves. Actually, only 2 moves. So this checkmate is called the Anastasia's mate, and you win in 2 moves. That's right, 2 moves. This is a queen a7 check. The king has to take the queen because they can't move anywhere else. Now the checkmate comes with rook h3 checkmate. The knight is blocking g6 and g8, and the king can't move this check, and the game is over in your favor. So this situation looks dire as well. So black has a full queen and extra 2 pawns. And if you don't know the checkmate, you're gonna say, oh, I don't know what to do. I just resign. And don't do that yet. So to checkmate this king in the c8 square, you ought to do what's called a ladder checkmate. So what is that? So you want to do rook c2 check. So the king has to go to the left. You can't go to the right because the other rook is blocking out the king. So let's say king b7. You go rook b1 then. So they can't go right again because of the rook on c2. Let's say they go king a6. Now we go rook a2 checkmate. There's no way to escape this array of rooks, and the game is over and white wins. So this next one is a very surprisingly common checkmate. So I've seen this in my games as well as tactics trainer puzzles. So the move is queen c6 check. So the king cannot move to b8 because the bishop on g3 is cutting off this square. They have to take the queen with a pawn. So if they go to the d pawn, there's a rook d8 checkmate, so they can't do that. So they go to the b pawn, takes to c6. So now we do the checkmating move, bishop a6 checkmate. Having the bishop slice and dice, no way to escape this, and we win the game as white. So now this checkmate is claimed to be by many to be an easy checkmate, but what they don't have is a method to easily win as white. So I now recommend you look at the video description below and check out the video that I made for the 2 bishop checkmate, and you're not going to be at all worried about doing this checkmate. To see my video that is about the 2 bishop checkmate in 3 easy steps, I would highly recommend you look at that. So now let's end this video with a classic checkmate. So if you see this optically and you don't know this pattern, you're going to be panicking. You're down to knight, you're down to rook, you're down to pawns, you're going to just resign. But no, don't do that. You have a checkmate in 2 moves. And the move is queen e8 check. They take your queen, and now we go the finishing move, rook g8 checkmate, and the game is over and you win as white. So now you know the top 10 most known checkmating patterns. So if you gain value, I really appreciate it if you just smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.